What is going on, boys and girls? Welcome back to another video. Before we get into this, I just want to say thank you for all the kind comments and just, yeah, all the support from the first video. As I said, it's been a long time since I've done this style of video, so it's just me learning all over again. So this video is going to be pretty similar to the other one. It's going to be day in the life. I'm going to show you some new stock I've picked up this week, but also show you some other special bits I dig out for the video, shall we say. However, I had all these plans this week, right? Believe it or not, I filmed the first one on Monday. Today is Friday. Not that that matters when you watch this back at home. However, Monday, I had a hospital appointment. Some of you might remember, especially if you follow me on social media, about 5-6 weeks ago, I had a really bad arthritic flare-up on my foot, which honestly was not ideal whatsoever. So I actually had an appointment with a consultant on Monday. After filming some of those videos that you've already watched, to be honest, not good news. So went there and basically manipulated my foot, moved it around, put it in positions I haven't been able to put it in for a little while, which has then resulted in to me going back to the exact same spot where I can't walk on my foot, I can't put any pressure on it. So I'm in agony. So I can't drive, which is a bit of a nightmare. So family members and my partner, she's driving me around at the minute. I know, not ideal when you need to be so on the road or everywhere basically, isn't it? So yeah, so for those of you that don't know, I'll just share some stories in this videos, because this is what it's going to be like, as well as just showing you the toy side of life. I'm just going to share some more personal stuff. You can get to know me a little bit more back home, if you know where I'm coming from. So yeah, I was actually born with a club foot. So I was born with my foot backwards, basically. Don't often share this because it's just one of those things. I'm pretty much a private person. I don't moan. I'm never negative. So yeah, when I was a baby, foot was born backwards. So within an hour of being born, I had my first, call it kind of operation, if you like. And every week for about 7 months when I was a baby, I had to have my foot broken and reset so we can get it as it should be rather than backwards, if that makes sense. Now, they said I'm going to have problems later on in life. I just thought later on in life is going to be way down the line, not 32 years of age. However, I'm having arthritic flare-ups is what they say. And so there's been talk about maybe chopping my tendons, which I don't really fancy. So they said they're going to try injections into my foot first. So I have to have those on a regular occurrence. If it helps, I'm willing to do it. But honestly, I can remember as like a teenager, or I don't know, maybe just before being a teenager, they said to me, like, you're going to have difficulties walking. You'll never play sports. You'll never do this. You'll never do that. If someone tells me I can't do something, you're damn straight I'm going to do it. So I played rugby for years. I boxed. I've been very active in the BMXing, downhill dirt jumping on the bike. I used to go running when I was a lot slimmer, like miles and miles a couple of times a week. So I've had fair use out of my foot, but I didn't expect to be here at this point. So currently, check this. So please excuse the fashion icon that I now am. I can't get this foot in a shoe or a trainer at the minute, which is a bit disappointing. So Crocs are the only thing I can currently have. And I'm currently on 2 crutches. However, it's not going to change anything. Some people will sit and moan over it. I haven't got that mentality. The only thing I know how to do is keep pressing forward, keep pushing, keep being positive. So if I'm on crutches for a little bit, don't worry about it, we're still going to be doing stuff. But yeah, I got some special stuff coming up into this video. So instead of me driving the van, I thought I'd have a little sit in the back and start this. But let's get into this video. So this is the only problem at the minute with being out of action and driving. Obviously the business still has to go on, so I'm relying on family, friends, and of course Megs to help me out with the driving. Although there are some perks to this, because I'm actually, after the post office run, we're going to go out and have a good bit of breakfast. So say hey to Mum.
Hiya.
And say hello to the old man in the back.
Hello.
There we go, you two, we've met the parents, but also little Willow in there as well. But I tell you what, the pain at the minute, I'm not happy about it, but we're still smiling and we're still getting on with it. So there we go, wasn't lying to you, breakfast time. Very, very happy about this as well. It's a nice little pick-me-up is what this is. Let's get stuck into it. So, I tell you what, that breakfast was excellent. If you ever find yourself in Bridgend, Pyle Garden Centre, I highly recommend it. Really, really thoroughly enjoyed it. So what I've done now is dig out a couple of models. I've got some rare ones here, some beautiful loose models, and 1 tin plate. Feast your eyes on these. So there we go. We've got some beautiful Mercury, Marklin, Bulgarian Matchbox. We've got Tekno. We've got Solido. We've got micro models. We've got some lovely things here and some very rare things, so things you don't see very often. And also the tin plate Tipco coach. My apologies, I was just eBay dinging in the background. All of these are going to be in a separate video because I want to spend a little time and show some of these. So you should definitely check out that video when it does drop. So the question is, you ready for a new stock alert? Boosh. So let's check out some of the new stock that's actually arrived in. Some wonderful Corgi, the 1960s called, and also the 1970s called. So we're going to start down here and show you the Impala. One of my favorite ever cars. I've said this in previous videos. These 59 Impalas. It's the rear fins for me. I think they're sensational. I'd also love to have an El Camino. This is great. These are nice examples with some paint chipping, but they're not going to be overly expensive. They're going to be priced to go. Also, some of them are in near mint condition. Beautiful. That's very, very nice, actually. With a great box also. Then we've got the Jaguar E-Type. You got the little original accessory pack sticker on there also. You can take the roof off. That's a very nice example. Of course, all original. Put the roof on probably later. Then we've got the Jaguar Mark X. I think these are great models. Got a little rub mark on there, which is a shame. But again, accessory pack stickers. These are original childhood toys as well, which I think are great. And I love that they're all still together at the time being. It's only a shame they couldn't all stay together, if you know where I'm coming from. Very, very nice model. There's no luggage in the back of this one though. But that's all right. As I said, price will reflect that. And then we've got the little Morris Mini. I think this is beautiful also. Nice example. Beautiful. Through to the silver Mustang. So the 2+2 Mustangs, I think, are a great casting. Various colours. You can get in the purple, the turquoise. I think silver wears it very well, to be honest with you. I think that's nice. Nice wheels on it too. That's a very nice example. These Mustangs suffer with casting cracks there on the roof pillars, so you should always pay attention to that. This one, fortunately, doesn't. Then we've got James Bond Moonraker here. The original elastic bands has actually, well, they just become fragile and snap. But this is in beautiful condition. It's got all the parts with it as well. So yeah, nice example. We've got a Matchbox king size artwork. Matchbox just absolutely smashed that out with the park, if you ask me. Lovely example. The back of it still twists around as it should. It's nice as well because these plastic tires become so like sort of disformed and just fall off so easy. But yeah, that's nice. That's all there. Beautiful example. Then we've got the little pointer truck. Now I do have a Mintbox Superfast version of this on the store, so it's nice to have an earlier version. 1969 from memory, that one. Superfast just slightly later. Then we've got the Dinky Police Mini Cooper. Important that it's got the aerial there. These always suffered with the boxes. They're just what, you know, the end flaps on them when you try and pull them in and out. It's just so easy for the connecting tab just to break on them. So yeah, that's always something to bear in mind with these. It's the same as like the Mini Mokes as well. You always think, Dinky, if you just made that box slightly bigger, it'd be better off. Now we've got Whiz Wheels, the Wild Honey Dragster. That's beautiful, isn't it? I think that's great. I've always been a fan of those. And of course, the Whiz Wheels is the artwork, isn't it? I've said in previous videos over the last couple of years, Whiz Wheel stuff is really starting to gain traction and climb in value. And there's also going to be some other Whiz Wheel stuff arriving shortly. That's all I'm going to say. So we'll do another video of that at some point. Right through to the Jaguar XJS Saint. This is mint, really. It's lovely, cut little rub marks there that I'll probably just actually clean off. I haven't actually had this out of the box yet, but it's a great example. Yeah, I was going to say artwork with a picture on the back. That's great. How do you feel about the Saint? Because sometimes, you know, people are always, the Volvo was a real Saint. But I think this is great. And if I'm right, was there, Roger Moore was actually in the Saint? Drop in the comments below. Let me know if I'm correct. Again, it was before my era. 1978. I didn't come around until 1991, but I was definitely born in the wrong era, and part of doing this is keeping this era alive. So I'm going to introduce you to another place where I spend a lot of time taking photos when the weather is half decent, which is easier said than done here in Wales. However, check this out. And this place would literally be mum and dad's garden shed. Check these out, little and large. We got some Marks dumpers here, Empire made. This one's remote control, original box. These are going to be going on to the eBay store as well. Very, very cool things. But yeah, I've got a certain area upstairs where I take photos like the Corgis and the Dinkies with some LED lamps, torches, etc. Bigger stuff like this, I think you can't beat just getting it out in the natural sunlight and just doing it there. So yeah, this is the outside spot where I take photos. Now, I haven't lived at home for 6 or 7 years, if not slightly longer, but there's still a lot of trace of me around the place, especially with the day-to-day toy fair stuff. However, I used to be massively into like Airfix kits and just model kits. I don't have time anymore, but when I was younger, I used to really enjoy it. So feast your eyes on something I built probably not far off a decade ago. Now this is the SS United States, which is one of my favorite ocean liners. It's currently docked out in Philadelphia. Now this kit came with the instructions for you to build it, just mint condition really, but I wanted to build it how it looks today with a patina. And I've just got a bit of a love affair with this ship. I know it sounds crazy, but the SS United States was a bit of a test mule back in the day, and it held the record for the quickest transatlantic crossing because it actually had aircraft carrier engines in it. Very hush-hush at the time, but yeah, that ship, I really would love to go and see it. Now I look at it, it does actually look like a bit of a wreck. But yeah, Google the SS United States in Philadelphia. That's how it looks, docked like that. I would love to go and visit it one day. But yeah, just another little bit of a random day-to-day life I wanted to share with you. So there we go. More stock has arrived. Just to share this with you, we've got a lovely Atlas bus there. I already have one of these boxed on the eBay store, but if people reach out, I'm going to buy it regardless. We've got a lovely Type 1 Foden tanker there. Fodens, obviously, they've dropped massively in value over the years. However, I still think they're just the pinnacle of dinky toys for me. I love this era, the 50s stuff. This type of box, great. Really, really do appreciate them. Love that. And they still excite me all these years on. Right down to the holiday camp special, which is fresh into stock as well with both luggage. I love this. Again, artwork on this. Fantastic. So there we go, boys and girls. That's another day in the life video. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I've enjoyed filming it for you and just documenting a little bit about what's happened today. Obviously, I'm not running at full capacity because I'm very limited to what I can do. You're probably thinking why I'm sat here at the stairs as well. Because I'm taking photos upstairs and I can't walk because I can't put weight on the foot. I can't walk up and down the stairs. So I'm coming up and down on my knees just to keep the business going. But that's all right though, it doesn't matter. Do you know what as well, this holiday camp special, yeah? Funny story about one of these. I can remember going to an auction house in Bury St Edmunds, maybe about 7-8 years ago, if not slightly longer. And that model there just always stays very close to me because I can remember my dad saying to me, well, I showed him the catalogue and I was like, yo, you fancy anything there? Because we're both collectors ourselves. And he said to me, if you come on with anything today, come on with a holiday camp special. And I was buying it for stock because we've already got one ourselves. But it's one of those things, the commas, you can never have too many of them, can you? But I can remember getting into a bit of a bidding war there and it went ridiculous and it ended up costing me about £250, which is more than what it's ever worth. But you just do these things sometimes, don't you? And I can remember I got very lucky with it then because I sold it to a good friend of mine, David, in Doncaster Toy Fair. And he gave me what I paid for it after me carrying it for about 6 months or so. But it was worth it. Sometimes it's all about just, you know, getting those things. And all these years on now, that's a joyful memory of mine. And I think that's great. But yeah, I'm just so excited just to share with you a little bit about this, what's going on in the day-to-day stuff. And I can't wait to just get on the road and just take you to some cool places and share some cool places. And also, I've taken a few phone calls today as well. One lady about half hour away reached out and she said, oh, I got some old toys, old cars, old trucks, what she said. So you never know what that's going to materialize out to be. In my head, I automatically think Corgi Dinky would be nice. So I'll report back on that. I'll let you know if we manage to get it bought. But yeah, stick with me. Many more of these videos coming soon. And also just the stock on the table. I'm going to keep doing that as well. But until next time, boys and girls. I love that little ending thing. That's a proper YouTuber thing to do. And I do it awfully. But yeah, happy collecting. And I'll see you all very soon.